千鳥のお二人に質問です。
はい。
こちらはいい天気です。
うん。
そちらはどうですか？東京都レワレイクのレさんからいただきました。
ペンネーム以外薄いの。
レイク、貸付条件をご確認の上、ご利用は計画的に。
Spotify プレミアムなら大好きな曲といつでも一緒。楽曲をダウンロードすればネット接続がなくても再生できる。今すぐ3ヶ月間無料で楽しもう。キャンセルはいつでも。詳しくはバナーをタップ。
I'm a little broken inside, and I guess you could tell by the look in my eyes. But when I'm with you, I feel so different from the times that I feel love. Could you be the one to make it all go away? Please don't say goodbye now, 'cause I'll see you again. If I just close my eyes now, maybe I'll see you again. Please don't say goodbye now, 'cause I'll see you again. If I just close my eyes now, maybe I'll see you again. I'll see you again. See you again. Please don't say goodbye. Please don't say goodbye. Wait for me under the moonlight tonight. I'll take you to the stars. Just hold tight, we'll be alright. And if we lose our way, we'll follow the fireflies. 'Cause everything's alright as long as you are by my side. By my side. As long as you are by my side. And I know
head in here. Hello.
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 We're doing
We're just gonna keep saying it.
We're back at it again.
At the Krispy Kreme.
At the Krispy Kreme.
Otherwise known as Twitch.tv.
The Krispy Kreme, collectively known as Twitch.tv. I'm sleepy today.
Fair enough, man.
I mean,
you-
have only had 4 hours of sleep. So that's why.
Are you hydrated?
Yeah, I have some water.
Okay, that's good. I forgot to get water. I'm gonna go do that
Yeah, I need to fix my
while you vamp.
lights. Yeah. There we go. I don't remember entirely what's happening. But I also got a nylon string guitar this weekend. And it is very pretty. This is pretty. It's pretty sounding. It was like $20. I like it. It's gonna be my new thing to do between things for a while. Let's look at the extras and remind me what's happening. Because it's been a minute since we did this. We have Crane. He sucks shit. We all know this. We're all aware. Always hiding something. We discovered that the Crooked Man has been running things for a long time. What do we know about him? Stars, Crooked's incident, Crooked House. Killed his wife and children. In his rise, the Crooked Man ensnared fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. Cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Oh yeah, the end of the last chapter. We're just like in the Crooked Man's study. We're having a little meeting with the dude. I'm glad that like it looks like Woody and his axe got an arc. Seems like Woody is just kind of a cool guy now. What is this? Crooked Lair, occupying a desanctified church. This is just one of the many locations the Crooked Man's operation uses to run Fabletown's underworld. It's a lounge atmosphere that makes it for a comfortable meeting place. Unless you're an unwelcome guest, it's completely boarded up to the outside world. The only way in is through one of the many portals marked by a door with the Crooked Man's Catherine wheel icon scattered throughout the city and elsewhere. We fought this guy. Fought the Jersey Devil. He sucks. He's a bad dude. We also decidedly did not burn down Auntie Greenleaf's whole shit, even though Snow wanted to. I don't know. Snow got put into a position of power and then immediately started wanting to abuse that power. Hey! Good to see you.
Hello, I've returned. Sorry. I needed to get water and also take meds.
Wise
Self-care.
choices. Wise choices. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about Snow White right now.
Understandable.
She kind of immediately got, like, she got power and then immediately was corrupted by the fact that she had power and started using it for, like, personal vendettas.
I wouldn't really even say personal vendettas. I would just say she's very much, like, lawful good. And so she's just like, these are the rules and I don't care.
I mean,
The
there is
circumstances for breaking the rules.
There is that, but there's also this level of like, and understandably so to a certain point, because she was very much violated by this person specifically because of what they were doing, and I get that. But at the same time, like, she didn't need to threaten to fully burn down this person's organization, like, and them doing their livelihood. And like Wolf, I think it was Wolf who even suggested, like, we could just have her work for us instead of, like, we could fund her instead. And Snow was like, no, we need to shut this one down specifically. And then also she, like, started bringing up the shit about the farm whenever Colin was the person who is speaking against what she wants done. And so it's like, yeah, she, like, has this guise of being lawful good, but also the, like, she's following the rules, but that doesn't mean that she's not using the rules to push as punishment against people who are wronging her, which is wholly another thing. And she's also being cool with Bluebeard being leveraged because Bluebeard has money. That's also an excellent point. So it's like she was like, we need to change things, and then she immediately was corrupted by power.
Maybe more lawful neutral.
Yeah. She was lawful good, and then she got put in a situation where she was violated, and I understand that, and that sucks. But then she immediately lost, like, her moral ground of, I'm going to be kind. She lost the, like, I'm going to follow the law, but I'm going to be kind as a character.
Yeah, I get that.
And so,
Not saying what she did was good.
No,
At the same time.
and, like,
Feel bad for her.
100%. I also feel bad for her, and I'm like, yeah, that this reaction is understandable, but doesn't mean that it's a correct thing to do. Which I can't say anyone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I do like about this series is that the characters are, like, even though they're fables, even though they're fairy tale characters, they're very realistic.
Yeah.
As even the supposed good characters are not that good, you know?
Yeah. They also fully define her as a different character. Yeah. They define her as acting deputy instead of Snow White.
Yep.
Oh, and that's actually really interesting from just, like, the way that they put their typefacing, because when they first introduce her, it's Snow White, assistant to the deputy mayor. But then acting deputy comes first.
Yeah.
I think that's
Also, her
interesting.
suit is now darker because spooky.
Yeah. She also has a darker suit because now she's evil.
Now she's corrupted.
Let's kill some
I
old
mean,
men.
your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed
We
to do
haven't
that, are you?
seen Old King Cole mentioned yet, so I don't think he's going to be in this one.
Not
think-
if I can avoid it.
I feel like there's some dialogue at some point that mentions him, but that might just be a one-off.
Yeah. Well, apparently, like, there is a sequel to this game that's finally going to be made and released.
Well, maybe.
Holly's
We'll
sister.
see if that happens.
Lily.
Yeah, we'll see if it actually happens.
I'm not holding my breath.
I mean, didn't we get information about it, like, last year?
If he
think so.
cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
I don't know. Snow will come around. She's just... the crane thing hit her hard, and she doesn't really know who her friends are right now.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Hello!
Hello, guys.
The fucking first Among Us. Jesus Christ.
The wolf is sus. No, that doesn't work.
The wolf amongst us.
Amongst us.
That would be really funny if when they released Wolf Among Us 2, they did a Bigby wolf skin.
You're right. The Wolf of Ogus. So true. Last episode.
You've come a long way. You must be tired.
I am. I'm very sleepy. Thank you for noticing.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff.
I thought I saw her
relax
vent.
for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately.
He just
What do you
flips the
think
table.
you're doing?
He's gonna.
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
Was he also smoking
You
the same
know why I'm
cigs?
here. You killed those women.
I think so.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
Your servant over there told me you did it.
That's a fucking lie. I didn't say anything like that.
Fine.
All I said was that this was your town, and nothing wouldn't happen without your approval. All right? That's it.
If only that were true. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
Make a choice.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but Who do you think committed these crimes? I hope you don't still think I did it.
Damn.
I have my bad habits.
I think it was the Tweedles,
but Manslaughter
honestly.
isn't one of them.
The Tweedles did it.
What the fuck makes you think I did it?
Oh, Sheriff, I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Damn.
I have complete respect for you and your job, I really do, but I'm sorry. I simply can't divulge the transgressor. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than
That's
a...
enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just
sit down.
Yeah, I think the cigarettes were a clue there. It was very subtle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed him.
If I actually remembered what was going on.
Fair enough.
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage after everything I've done for you?
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get the
are?
fuck out of here!
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I told you.
I already told you. I'm taking both of you in, so let's go.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Why negotiate when you can just kill your entire family? So he likes the thing. Oh, great. You again.
Fun.
Did I miss anything good? Well,
Negotiator.
look at you all fixed up.
There. Yeah, I don't really know how he thought this was gonna be good when there's like 5 or 6 of them
Yeah, I need to.
ganging up. Well, good luck.
I'm gonna fucking.
Q!
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 Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh Raggy.
Take this!
Oh no, not the gun. Watch out!
Oh yeah, I forgot we're in the void.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're pretty much done here.
No.
I'd
Q!
like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Damn, where's the... Q! Q harder. Well.
Oh god.
They're fables. They'll be fine.
This way.
Where did it? Going in? There we go.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit!
I know.
Time to go. Dude! You to break the car.
We vented.
We did. See, we should have just flipped the car over. Then it couldn't have gone missing.
Right.
And setting it down again, we just made it continue to go. This has turned into an actual video game. Watch out.
Yeah.
Both those prompts.
QuickTime events going crazy.
Oh my god.
This is fucking Toad's apartment. It was
It's
like,
not fun, yeah.
Bigby, you fucking
You fucking knob. Thank you for pinning that, Phil. At first I thought Phil pinned his own comment, and I was like, that's pretty funny. But
We've given him too much power.
You would.
Take him off!
I can't.
Ew. Oh,
I didn't queue
yeah.
enough.
Fly into the stratosphere.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
I wonder what would have happened if you didn't press the arrow keys. Would it just...
Because it didn't give me a prompt, I was like, oh, they're going to fucking just hit me with the car.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I could jump through the windshield. That would have been what I would have chosen in that moment.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Let me steal these clothes that fit me perfectly.
Why would they run back to the place where we know they're gonna be anyway?
Yeah, right. Anything important about his car?
Just a lot of blood in the backseat.
There were telltale signs. Inside of you are two wolves.
We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. How did this happen, Georgie? How did it get... Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's
Yeah,
no
Georgie and Ariel
No way
actually
I'm walking out of here.
care
It
about
won't
each
be
other
your
to
fault.
some degree.
Yeah.
It'll all land on me in the end.
But it isn't.
No, it's... Ah!
Here. It's gonna be okay. We'll get you fixed up. Maybe Swinehart.
Swinehart don't give a shit about us.
We have to do something. Georgie.
Shush, love. We'll be all right. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses.
Wait, did you call her Ariel?
That's who she is, right?
Crooked Man's the one.
No,
you
that's
want.
Vivian.
But of course,
Oh.
you're too much of an idiot to see
Although
that.
as far as I know,
Maybe
there's
you
no
just
character
like
named
me too
Ariel.
much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? Had to say your goodbyes first.
Are you talking about, like, Narissa earlier?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm
Please,
talking about.
Sheriff.
Yeah, that's a different character.
Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
You know,
He made sure they
fucking
couldn't
murder.
talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls.
So it's all my fucking fault then.
I
You
didn't mean-
fucking... Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck?
Just a couple mistakes, you know.
I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not.
Bill's over here waxing poetic.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple. I would have lost everything. All of it. So maybe I did have a choice. But it wasn't fucking worth it. What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you, you don't know the fuck about anything.
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her
I
little
was telling
purple
you, though.
ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie?
I mean,
We
you,
were
you
supposed
did,
to look
though.
out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know
Yeah, they both
that.
suck.
But did it have
I don't
to
like
be
any of these
this?
options because
You
it's
sold me out.
it's all
Welcome to the
Bigby
club, then.
acting fully out of
You have to
anger, and
understand,
it's like that's not going
nobody
to
was
solve
supposed
problems.
To die.
Yeah, fair enough.
We
I
built
mean,
this place.
silence is a choice.
It was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here, please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
Wow.
Fuck! No! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit.
Just... Jesus.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Ow!
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
Ah.
I'm
That was
gonna
a
die
real good
here.
stab.
I think we both know that. Just make
This is
sure
wildly
you give the
inconsistent
crooked man
with
same
the other
treatment
wounds
when
that
you
Fables
find
have
him.
had in the
That's
series.
true. Maybe this guy just sucks.
Maybe he just...
For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river. Alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you wanna do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did.
All right, Georgie.
That's not nearly as quick as other things could have been, dude.
Right, right. Like you could have picked a more direct route.
You could have been so much quicker for so many reasons. Jesus.
Yeah, well.
Also, Woody, the woodsman, getting fucking domed in the head by his own axe and fully recovering, and then this dude being like, oh no, I got a knife to the stomach. Fuck off. This guy sucks.
Yeah. Fully agree. Well, I will say, like, stomach wounds pretty bad in most cases.
Yeah, but still.
The dude got hit in the back of the head.
Yeah, dude had a axe in his
skull.
brain.
Yeah. Carved open. I mean, I don't know, maybe maybe the axe doesn't work on him as well.
Yeah. Now, if they established, like, oh, he's, like, weak to this metal or whatever, fine, I guess.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
Low con score on Georgie.
Of course. So this is where they've been sending these.
The best safety device is a careful worker. We're gonna walk in and see one of those like kitten hanging there posters.
The tone shift of that.
The cat's gonna be wearing a little hard hat.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf.
I'm so sick of Mary.
I hope I get to melt her down in the foundry here.
She's like the worst.
Yeah,
Like-
she just sucks.
She's not even like a likable bad guy. She's just a bitch.
Yeah. And sometimes you need those.
You used to be something.
Here's a bunch of boxes of debts. Pinocchio, Crane, Beauty, Mr. Toad. There's 4 boxes of information on me.
You're just so popular.
King Cole, there you go. King Cole mentioned.
Oh, King Cole mentioned.
Snow White also here. I don't know. I would say that there are a lot of likable villains, or at least interesting villains. The way Mysterio is depicted in Spider-Man Far From Home being one of those, as just like a off-the-cuff example. But she's just a crazy bitch. Crazy sadistic bitch.
Yeah.
Likes killing people.
For fun.
Is this like them in... Oh, is this all the girls before they were... Before they were with the pudding and pie? Maybe?
Well, I mean, some of those pictures aren't, but...
Yeah.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of me investigating things, Mary. Shut your pie hole. Shut your puddin' and pie hole. Ooh, the torture wheel.
There's the wheel.
Mm-hmm. The wheel of torture. E. Looks unpleasant.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Damn.
Oh, come on! Is that the best you can do?
Hey! Hey!
forced to lock in.
That's true.
Can't even do bits.
There's gonna be a lot of this chapter.
Yeah. I do think that when we get to like combat sections and stuff like that in this game, I think that's where like the limitations of like the style of this game start to show a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do a big dope jump.
Yeah, I would say like because of the style of the game, it doesn't show its age, but this part is where it shows its age, in my opinion.
It's because of the mechanical things. Yeah, Phil has an excellent point. Same thing with Heavy Rain and Detroit
Yes.
Become Human.
Yes. That style was very popular in that time, and like at that time it was new and interesting and it worked. But like it only kind of worked back then, and now it just really doesn't work that well. Ooh.
There's also a really nebulous... God damn it.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
I do like that they're playing her like a horror movie villain. Ooh.
Yeah. They do make her sufficiently scary. I just don't like her normally.
Yeah.
I feel like the sound of like crunchy broken glass when she moves though.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch. It's funky. Q! Q! Oh god, Q. See ya. Wolfie time.
Am I still allowed to wear pants in this scene?
Who knows?
Nope. Wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you're always allowed to wear pants.
Well, I think that's just my fur being dark enough to form capris
No,
in that section. Because I was wearing like dark slacks. Oh, this is fun. Their whole pants extra stretchy.
Yeah, they're definitely pants.
They're not the same color as what I was wearing a second ago.
Probably not, no.
They're fully a different
Oh,
color.
you grab them.
Once again, forced to lock in.
Yep.
That was a cool little spin thing that they did.
Yeah, I think how like camera work and the choreography of these things are pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Rescue to not die. Hey,
Oh, that's
there
fun.
you go. You're fully wolfified. Oh. Yeah, now you don't have any pants. That's right. now. I mean, this.
Yeah, I think that this scene starts to show its wear a bit because there is no music to accompany this, so we're just hearing that like awful Bloody Mary sound repeated a lot.
Yeah. It's weird that there's not any
shit,
like
that's the thing.
music.
There's a wolf among us.
It's very weird that there's not any kind of like backing music or something to accompany them.
Right.
It's just wolf sounds and black.
Oh yeah, he can blow houses down. I forgot about that. That's fun.
That's the thing. That's the thing he does.
Parkour.
Damn. Got her. Good. Her ass is glass.
We get fully nude Bigby for the fans. Conveniently, his clothes have. So every time he transforms like that, his clothes explode off of him.
Yeah, sure, but they're still intact.
The pants came back.
He has like a magical girl transformation sequence, and the clothes just slide right off of him.
Apart right now.
I want to pause because I just want to follow this bit for a second.
Hold on, Bigby. I know you're about to get shot in the face, but
Bigby lives in a city because also the clothes that he was wearing when he came to the Pudding and Pie and in this scene before were clothes that he found on a clothing line. They were not the ones that he was wearing at the start of this episode. So he found clothes that fit him perfectly and then also were tearaway.
Sure.
He just finds like gymnast ass tearaway pants and a dress shirt.
Here's my other question that I have about this. Because whenever he was like half wolf, he had pants on still.
Yeah.
But those had to be different pants than the pants that were sitting
fully different
in the
pants.
pile. So did he just generate those pants? Like,
see, that's what I was saying. I think that they were making it to where his fur in the pantular region is dark enough to make it look like he's wearing capris.
But it didn't look like fur. It was clearly pants. Like they had a band and everything.
We need to look at the model. We need to do
no,
some
I
investigating.
Looked at the model.
He's a shapeshifter. He stole the slacks from a Chippendales club. Also those pants fully gone when he transforms into the big wolf.
Not his spare pants. Okay, fair enough. But if he's a shapeshifter, then why doesn't he just have his clothes back on whenever he changes back to
also
a person?
True. This is the problem with shapeshifters and clothes, just in general.
It just never works out. It just never makes sense.
Unless you make the clothes a part of what the shapeshifter can do, it gets real weird.
Emily is correct. Fan service. You are not wrong. That's why.
100% that's why.
We're all reaching here.
Well, I'm reaching for something.
Hopefully the gun, so you don't get shot in the face.
Oh yeah, maybe.
This gun holds 6 rounds of...
Fuck you.
I won't miss next time.
Maybe don't.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's
there's
what
5
I
rounds.
want. You plan to do what she says, don't you? You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, Coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And
Well,
I
you
think
did, though.
know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out. But I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me
Yes.
in. But you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
Oh, I don't think so. We're not doing this your way.
How unfortunate. I was hoping we could make this work. What are you gonna do now? Rip me apart like some kind of animal? Killing me here would achieve nothing. And what would Miss White think? You show up with nothing but a corpse.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I don't know if that's a good choice or not.
Who knows?
I
Could
don't
be.
feel comfortable with that choice. I feel like Mace Windu.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening? Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
That you didn't just straight up murder the guy.
Yeah.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the
I
fucking
can't believe
well.
you were able to ignore the complex riddle
You
he beamed
killed
into your
Lily.
head.
She
was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead? So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for. And
I was
don't.
told I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
Like multiple times at this point. Yeah.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you.
I would too if I had
Now,
a
is there
gun to my
anything
head.
you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What? We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for
I
whatever
did
reason,
not
which
sleep
only
with
he
that
could
woman.
understand,
Oh my
he
God.
was two of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon.
I should
She
have
left
blamed it on
everything
Crane
she
because he
had
was a
back
sniveling
in the
piece of shit.
Homelands. Everything that
True.
mattered, anyway.
You hate that guy.
With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What? You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But
There you
believe
go.
me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better
Yeah, why
life.
is Snow on trial?
You
Because
would go to him
Crooked
for help,
flip-
and he would
tries
take
to flip
that
the script.
weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Yeah.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their
Bluebeard,
justice.
if you don't get the fuck out of here, I swear to God.
Just leave.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. You just shut the fuck up already.
It's okay. Whatever you're getting at, get to it.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
Yeah.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world.
Yeah,
And
why
ever
does he
since,
get to choose
which
what's for
one of us
Crane's
has been there
protection?
for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny?
All of this is
Without
because
me,
you had
who will
stuff
pay your
on
rent when you're
Crane.
on the verge of
Yep.
eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
what
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
We know what happened.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls
What?
will back me up on this. We
who?
all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too
forgot
fucking
he was
easy
even
for
here.
a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Yeah, mob mentality
Just
and Bluebeard
do
just
what
being
you
like
think
a
is right.
shithead.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Yes, Sheriff.
Rip his head off. Right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has
You
to
have
die.
limited
Just
time.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh fuck. That did not look like I had lost out on the timing.
Oh my god.
That looked like I had a lot more time left.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
For Lily.
See ya.
And Faith.
Yes, another one of us to erase from the books.
Whew.
Feeling those?
Fair.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, Sheriff. You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Aw.
They're not fucking sending Colin home.
This fucking line.
All the people who had to work for the Crooked Man.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Frog hat.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Colin.
Just a pig with a six-pack.
I mean, I've been to the South. I feel like that wouldn't be too weird to see.
Yeah, Phil, you missed the time that we got to meet Frogcatcher. He's a very silly little guy.
Yeah, Flycatcher has big Phil energy. He's a silly little guy.
I'm going. Jesus.
Toad.
We only have like 5 minutes.
And carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby. I have something.
Stock thing.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ.
I know. I'm really annoyed that this is how this has ended up.
To run around. nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mondays.
Because I feel like I was pretty solidly against the whole farm thing, period.
Yeah.
And trying to help
No. I'm,
Toad the entire
some of the animals
time.
aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Yep, you wouldn't.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Oh.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? How should I know?
Oof.
Yeah.
Rough. It's rough.
We got all the
Saying
Book of
goodbye?
Fables entries in this episode. That's the first.
Nice. Yeah, well, there weren't any branching paths, I think, that you could take here, so that makes sense.
That's probably why.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying to help.
He's
This
processing.
is just something I need to do on my own, okay? Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a
That
stupid
car.
technicality.
Did you see that car?
I did not see the car. I was reading
night,
Spencer's comment about them running the stock
tried
market,
to
and I'm
warn
like,
Lily,
yeah.
but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here,
Yeah, that
and
makes
I
sense.
left her.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are. I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Ooh. Interesting.
Interesting. Let's read your choices here.
Most people did kill Georgie instead of letting him die.
Yeah, I mean,
Most people bring him
that's a
back
merciful
alive.
thing at that point.
A lot less people actually. Oh well.
Oh.
I
well,
fucked up. I don't know how.
How did you even do that?
I don't know. I pressed buttons by accident.
Hey, Fables.
Hey. This is such a good series.
I hope there wasn't an ending. Or wait, no, this is... No. There wasn't an ending, right? I don't know exactly what you skipped by menuing out like that. Let's hope you didn't. Yeah, that's forgetting all of them.
No Buffkin in the last chapter.
Yeah, where was Buffkin?
Yeah, here's all the player choices. We offered Flycatcher the job, and he had a job at the end of the series. What is the decision? Yeah, Toad shouldn't have gone to the farm. I decided...
Yeah, but he went anyway, because that was, you know. Of course, 95% of people accepted his gift for Snow. Who wouldn't? Or
Yeah.
98.
My
psychopaths didn't do that.
My question is, why did Toad get sent to the farm at the end of everything? Like,
because it wasn't a choice. Like,
okay,
that was the story itself. I'm assuming they're doing that for potentially setting something up in the next thing. But I don't know. Because, like, you didn't even have a chance to, like, talk about that with Snow yet. That was just a decision that she made, like, without discussing it with you. That's what I'm assuming.
Hey guys, don't make a plot thread like that in anything that you're making that involves making a decision to send a character somewhere where they are no longer in the scene or they are possibly going to their death. Don't make that something that seems like you're making a decision about it and then not actually make it a decision. That's bad.
Hey, Jason.
That's bad.
I'm gonna tell you something. Do you know how life works?
Hey, yeah, I do.
Sometimes you make choices to do things, and then it doesn't work out. That's kind of the whole point of this, like, this sort of story, is that, like, you know, No potentially wants what's best for everybody. Big B potentially wants what's best for everybody. But the whole fucking time, they've been letting things slip through the cracks because people have been trying to get help and they haven't had a good source to go to, you know, as real life happens. So
yeah.
I'm just saying,
that this is
I'm not mad about that because I feel like it's realistic, and I feel like it's realistic for them to have a scene afterward where he talks with her and is like, "Why did you do that? I told him that he could stay. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna get him back. Yada yada yada." Something.
That's the thing that I'm more annoyed about. Is like, okay, this happens and then the game just ends and we don't have like more resolution to that.
I mean, it kind of ends on a cliffhanger anyway. I don't think that, like, that's not the main line. So, like, I think that they kind of were like, this is already such a heavy ending, we don't want to, like, muddy it up too much with the side story stuff. I don't know.
I think it's a subplot that could have not... I don't think that we had to follow through with it, and I think it makes it unsatisfying. I think it detracts from the ending of the game.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this? Oh, there was a... That's what Bloody Mary was talking about.
Yeah, that's what Bloody Mary was talking about.
Interesting. Yeah, people get ambitious with their subplots. I agree with that. Yeah, if we get if this game finally fucking comes out for Wolf Among Us 2, I would want to explore more of like the issues of the farm and all of that, because I think that that is a worthwhile thing to look at. But we will see. But overall, fun game. Fun game, interesting game. I don't know. I feel complicated about this. I liked most of it, and the ending of this, yeah, the best I can do about having a satisfying ending is this weird Nerissa conversation. And I'm like, did we have an entry about Nerissa that told us more about her? Yeah.
So what do you think the ending means? What do you think is going on with that weird conversation?
I don't fucking know. Like, nothing about that made sense to me.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna tell you outright what I think, but I will give you I'll give you some brain fodder to kind of bring up what she was talking about before.
It seems to me like it was like a reference to Ursula and her like role in the Little Mermaid story.
I mean, that's the Disney version, which is not this.
I mean,
so
yeah.
I have no idea what you mean there. This is the dies and melts into the ocean Little Mermaid, not the Not the happy slappy Disney one with the singing and the voice thing. I think, like, she mentions, right, that she put Faith's head on the doorstep to try to get him to start
actually
looking into the story. But I think that she was involved before that. I'm trying to not directly tell you anything.
Just go ahead and say it, because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Okay, I think Nerissa was glamored as Faith for the entire time that you met her.
Oh.
Because she said when she was talking to the woodsman, like when Bigby was like, what the hell's going on? And she was just like, he got mad at me because I didn't recognize him. Why wouldn't she recognize him if she was Faith, if she was actually Faith?
So the person at the beginning of the game was actually Nerissa and
that's
not
what I
Faith,
think.
and we never actually met Faith.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Like, she also literally said the same line that she said at the beginning, where she's like, you're not as bad as everybody says you are, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same fucking thing.
See, I thought that they were doing something poetic, and that was a parallel of, like, people are coming around to kind of... multiple people are coming around to thinking this about him. And I'm like, that would be nice and satisfying for the character.
No.
If it's literally the same fucking character just saying the same thing again, I like it less.
It's pretty sussy though, right? Like it sows a lot of doubt
guys,
in your brain about that character.
You don't need. Hey, guys, let's take an aside here.
I mean, the point clearly went right over your head.
I'm talking to the audience.
Okay.
Hey, guys, when you're finishing a story, you don't need to make another subplot of another mystery that is very loosely connected to anything else that you had going on in the first mystery.
How you make a sequel, Jason.
You can make a sequel without having loose ends that are blatantly being waved in front of the audience, because this is a fascinating world, and you can absolutely make a lot of things out of this.
You didn't pick up on the loose ends. I'm the one who just told you about the loose ends.
But the money, bro. Hey, this is a long-running comic series of adaptations that they can pull from. This was wildly unnecessary. You don't
I think you're just salty because you didn't figure it out yourself.
No, I'm not salty. I'm not salty that I didn't figure it out. I'm salty because it's stupid. I'm gonna just say it. I genuinely think that making the character who is saying the thing be just the person who said it in the beginning, and not a reflection of people are changing their attitude about Bigby, which is part of the point of the game. Part of the point of the game is, hey, are you going to be who everyone thinks you are? And are you going to be able to change the minds of the community that you are working in to do that? And so making that just the same character who's like, I was dressed as somebody else, feels weird. Like, it feels bad. And this is what, with like full acknowledgement of I've liked most everything else about this game.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that this is a cool or clever, like, way to try and end a story. I think it's a little silly, and it
I thought
cheapens
it was
the
a-
thing that they are trying to do in the first place.
I thought it was an interesting twist.
Yeah, disqualifying a whole self-contained story at the end with one upset doesn't feel good.
All right. Well, I'll just leave then. See ya. No one likes my opinion on anything.
I think that and here's the thing. I think if there was more room to play with that, I think that that would be interesting. But it's been over a decade since this game came out.
That's not Telltale's fault. The company went under. I don't fucking know.
I don't think we can say that it's not Telltale's fault that the company
Well, I'm
went
sure it
under.
was someone their fault, but what I'm saying is
I
it's
don't
not
think that
the
we can say that.
It's not the fucking people who wrote the story's fault.
Yeah,
it's not
but
the people
still.
working on the game's fault. So you can't be blaming that and be like, oh, well, they should have, finished this a lot earlier. It's like, yeah, that's why everybody was pissed about it, that it didn't come out.
Yeah.
Because, like, the other Telltale games have had, multiple iterations that would come out, like, a year after the other one did, and, like, that's satisfying because people actually feel like, oh, there's going to be some kind of, like, more concrete conclusion to this idea, right?
Yeah.
This one just fell off because this was right around when the company also fell off.
I thought that they made Batman after this, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think they did. Anyway, whatever. I liked it.
Okay. That's fine. It's fine to like that.
You're resisting the urge to say it's fine to have a wrong opinion. I can hear it in your voice.
Twists can be fun. This isn't the only bit from this universe. You can take implications based off the rest of the comics.
That's why they tell you to read them.
Yeah. It feels like M. Night Shyamalan. See, Emily knows what I'm talking about. It feels like M. Night Shyamalan, but not like a fun one. More like The Happening than The Sixth Sense.
That's fair.
It's an interesting episode that could be a good premise for something, but it's bold to, it's a bold move to put it at the end of the story.
And I would argue that it's bold move. It's a bold move to put it at the end of the story, but they were intending to make another one shortly after. So I was like, that's what we were all hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, like, sequels that add on to what's going on and don't rewrite them, like Rise of Skywalker, are normally pretty fun. But, like, I guess my big question is, if let's say that what you are thinking it is the interpretation that's correct, that the entire time, like from the jump, it was Narissa that we met with the woodsman who was glamored to look as Faith, and then at the end she like accidentally says the same thing that she had previously in the same way, because we're mirroring things from the beginning of the series to the end of the series, and it's like that is revealed. Okay.
Yeah, but
where do you go with this?
I don't necessarily think that she said it on accident the exact way twice.
I mean, yeah, like, it could be a fully intentional, like, thing, but, like, I guess my point is, like, okay, cool. What's the revelation here? Why is that actually, like, important later on?
I mean, it's not that important, unless, like, there's more to the story that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because the whole time we went through this Crooked Man trial, right, and it was like, is he actually innocent? Is he not? Is he innocent? Is he not? Is he part of a bigger thing? We don't know, and we're gonna just kill him anyway, because he's done enough that, we're like, this is bad.
I also felt like the Crooked Man stuff was like, Crane's fucked, and now we're gonna pull, like, a bigger dude out of the shadows to make it look worse. And we're going to have an Act 3 twist of, like, okay, now there's a bigger guy that we have to fuck with. And, like, those are like basic bare bones actions of storytelling, but
yeah,
at the
I
same
was
time
just
it's
gonna
like
say that's just storytelling.
yeah.
The initial guy that you think is the bad guy is probably not the actual bad guy. I don't know.
I think what would have been more satisfying to me with the Crooked Man like fully coming into perspective here would have been if we saw more hints at the Crooked Man's like influence over the city throughout acts 1 and 2, and then also like someone mentioning him, and like maybe like one of the Tweedles mentioning him, and then like the other one being like, shut the fuck up. Like some sort of hint at like, okay, there's something like bigger than just Crane or whatever going on here. But because there wasn't that structure laid down in the first place, it felt like kind of an unsatisfying like, oh, here's a twist and we're gonna twist in this direction now.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, we need a bigger bad to come in and like push out the rest of the story. Nihilism, it doesn't have to be important, it just can be. There was a lot of nihilistic choices I noticed at the end of this as well.
I agree with that, yeah.
People can be powerful, but don't have influence. Yeah. Like I've said, like I do like this world and I do like this story. I just don't like some of the choices that came out kind of really at the end here.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm also like,
I don't feel like the finale of this series was as strong as it could have been, but I don't know how they would have made it better either. So.
I mean, I'm also the guy that like doesn't like it in JRPGs when you can invest time and energy into a character and then there is a scripted death for that character that you can't avoid. That's also something that I'm just like, I don't care for that. I think that is a disrespect of like players' time. So like when you have scripted forced things that are going to happen regardless of what you choose, like having the conversation beforehand means nothing because like they're going to choose to do it anyway. And like, yeah, I guess it forces you to engage with the thought, but I don't think that it's very fulfilling. Would you consider playing another Telltale game on stream with the way that this ended?
We gotta play through The Walking Dead.
Yeah, we do have The Walking
really
Dead,
good.
and I've heard that's really good. I've played some of it. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah. Thanks
Enjoy.
for hanging.
Enjoy life. Yeah, I think I would play, like, I've heard Walking Dead is very good, and so I would want to play that, and we also already own it. I'd be kind of interested in, like, what they did with Batman, because I think
too.
I think Batman lends itself very well to this style of game. And like, it very much felt that way during, like, the chase scene in Act 5 of this. Like, Bigby going across rooftops and like tracking a car down felt very Batman, and so I can see how that would work very well. And also, like, I don't know, this kind of game lends itself a lot more to more introspection and thinking more about what's going on, which a lot of Batman games don't. Because they're action fighter games. But like my favorite Batman story is The Long Halloween. Like I like the detective Batman stories, and so I think that this style of game for a Batman game would be very fun. And so yeah, maybe those two.
Yeah.
I would consider doing those. And if we ever get, like, if Wolf Among Us 2 ever does come out,
God, I hope it does.
It's happening. We'll be doing it on stream here. Absolutely.
Oh, that's a no skip. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not skipping that one.
That's for sure one that we will do. Yeah, man, I have thoughts.
Yeah.
I have thoughts.
Sounds like you have a lot of them.
I have thoughts sometimes. I have a lot of thoughts about narrative and how stories are told. I think it's a lot of really interesting stuff.
Who was your favorite character?
Who's my favorite character in this?
Mm-hmm.
Flycatcher.
Yeah.
Flycatcher's just that dude.
He's the most little guy.
Normal guy living here. Flycatcher TJ.
Yeah.
I do actually like Mr. Toad. He's just like a dickhead.
Oh yeah. Like
well, like
he's definitely
a
that guy that you're like,
reason.
man, just like get your shit together for your son, please.
Yeah, well, like I understand being in a situation of hard economic times and becoming kind of an asshole because of that.
Also understandable.
Like, I love my father to death. When I went back to America and he had not been in his like decently well-paying job for a couple years and had to like really kind of scrounge it together working minimum wage to get things by, he's a bit more rougher around the edges than he used to be. And I'm like, that's, I get it. Like, yeah. I understand. So yeah, I feel a lot of sympathy for Mr. Toad. I really need to pick up on the comics. If my comic reader works, that's been an issue recently, I will eventually get into them because they are very good.
They're very good.
Yeah, you have like one of them in print in America, don't you?
I do. I wish I had it here.
Yeah.
Because the art's really nice.
Who is your least favorite character?
Who is my least favorite character?
Yeah.
Bloody Mary, easily.
Yeah, she sucks.
She just sucks. Like,
she just sucks.
I love her design. I think she's cool. Like, arguably when she transforms and stuff, pretty
Much
fucking
cooler.
spooky.
Yeah.
Like those creepypasta edited images that you would see on the internet that would jump scare you as a teenager and make you never want to go online again. Like, they do a good job of capturing that. I also love that she, like, you know, can walk through mirrors and that's like her main method of transportation or whatever. Like, that kind of villain getting into your head sort of thing is great. I just don't know why they gave her this just sort of flat bitch personality.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was gonna say, is that she is like, I think she might be
way
the
cooler if
flattest
she was just a little
character
more
in
manipulative
the.
and a little bit less of a bitch.
I think she might be the flattest character in the game.
Yeah,
As
I
far as
agree.
like characters that you interact with, like quite a lot.
Maybe the Butcher. Maybe the Butcher is the only other guy.
Yeah. Anyway, bye for real. Amazon sales the comics. I would absolutely recommend people read these books. I don't know. Yeah, the Butcher is pretty flat as well. I feel like Bloody Mary was the like most like one note character that we had.
Yeah, considering she showed up multiple times, I wanted to have more of a reason. Like, also, we never even knew, like, why is she affiliated with the Crooked Man?
Yeah, she just like does this because she likes hurting people, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
like,
man,
that's not fun enough for motivation.
You're just an asshole. Which, I mean, like is true. There are
Yeah,
people in
and
the
I mean,
world
like,
who are just assholes.
Sure, and
but
like
it doesn't
the
mean that they
Tweedles
make
are
interesting characters.
Yeah, the Tweedles are assholes too, but they kind of like, you know, their motivation feels more realistic, I guess. For
The
like
thing
why
is
they're
that
doing
like
it.
the Tweedles are assholes, but they're also greedy and they're also dumb idiot brothers. And there's
Yeah.
something that is like deeply relatable to that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because like when we're going through the Tweedles office, there's like notes to each other of
Mhm.
like one of them just being like a dickhead to the other one.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's brotherly in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think like Bloody Mary just feels like that villain character that's put there to be cool and violent, but like literally nothing else.
Yeah, didn't
about
have
her.
a lot of stuff.
We don't know her
I mean, like,
history. We don't know why she's connected to other characters in the game. Like, we don't know her history with Bigby. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, even Jersey is pretty one note as well, but I feel like the difference is that Jersey feels more natural than Bloody Mary does.
He has a job. He has a fucking job.
I mean,
he
yeah.
works at a pawn shop.
Yeah, he has a job, but like he's just like true blue scumbag.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, what's Bloody Mary's job?
What does she do in her spare time? What is the
Floating
rich
through the
inner life
ether?
of this character?
And fucking people up. I mean, yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah, it's like, why is she here?
I see it.
So yes, that's the long-winded answer to that question.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Anyway, fun game.
Fun game. Good game.
Fun time.
I wouldn't critique it so hard if I didn't really like it.
Yeah, fair.
I'm fairly good about, like, if I straight up don't like something, I'm like, this sucked, and I move on.
Gotta say they nailed the voice acting, like, all around. Like,
Yep.
every character has a good voice, and I can believe their dialogue with each other. It's not none of it feels super stilted to
Yeah.
me.
I will levy one last complaint. Bigby is such an angry character, and there are frequently times where I'm like trying to pick the like chill option, and none of them are good.
I guess that's what you get whenever you're playing
There are
an
no
angry,
chill options.
angry man.
I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting like the want of the story here, because it felt like you are being told that you are this thing, and maybe you can lean into that or you can lean away from that, but then it didn't really let me lean away.
Yeah, not entirely. I mean, I think that's like the difference between playing a game like this and then playing a game with a silent protagonist, or playing a game with a blank slate protagonist for things like, I don't know, fucking like light novels and shit like that, where like you sort of get to directly decide what kind of character you want to be, whereas Bigby is already established as this character.
Yeah.
And you were sort of guiding him in one way or another, and that like may have a huge effect on his character, or it may not, and like you don't, but at the end of the day you don't get to completely decide to suddenly make him this like morally sound character, because he's really not.
Yeah.
And then like again, sometimes the best decision you can make is just not saying anything. So I like that a lot about this, because I feel like, I don't want to say it's easy to make a game with a silent protagonist, but it kind of is, in that like you are giving full agency to the player, so that way when the player makes decisions, they're like, oh, this is all on me because I made this choice. But when you're playing a character that's already fully fleshed out, I feel like it's sort of an issue of like, you're experiencing like secondhand embarrassment, or you're experiencing secondhand like stress for that character, because you're like, I know he can be better than this, but he's still choosing to be a dick. Like,
still being a little asshole.
Yeah. And I like that. I think that's fun.
I do think that that's interesting. I think that that's interesting, and I think that lends a lot more to like, if you are choosing to think about it, it lends a lot more to like understanding what's going on with the characters themselves.
Yeah, Phil, I agree. This genre is like an interactive movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when it's like that feeling you get when you're like, man, watching a horror movie. Like, I wish if I was here, I would make this decision.
Pumpkin.
Oh, is Pumpkin being a stinky boy?
Pumpkin. He's trying to get out of the window, but through the pile of books that hold up my camera.
Oh no.
Bubba.
Stinky man.
Bubba, come this way.
I see the camera just wobbling.
Yeah, it's because he's putting his paw on it.
Oh no. He wants to be the center of attention. You haven't shown him yet. You haven't given the people boy cam.
He's currently eating his breakfast.
Oh, okay. Well, we should leave him alone.
Technically lunch now.
Yeah, great. Exactly what I'm thinking, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah, that is like that is the issue when you're playing a character that already has their own motivations, and you only have 4 dialogue choices.
Right. Okay.
Well, what are we going to do next?
Nancy Drew.
Yeah,
It's
we can
been
go back
too
to
long.
Nancy Drew.
We gotta do a spooky Nancy Drew game. We can do the New Orleans one, since everyone's Gambit crazy right now.
Gambit core. I'm trying to think of how much time we have. It's August right now.
Yep.
So our next stream is going to be in September. We might get 2-ish of those, 2 or 3 streams in September.
If we play one of the games, like the New Orleans one or the Japan one, that will take probably 4 episodes to get through all of them, or 3 if we really are gung ho for it.
Yeah, if we're really beating cheeks.
Like the first one we played, I think we got done in 2 sessions, but it's because it's very short.
It was the first game, yeah.
Yeah. The other ones
true.
are much longer. So we probably need like 4 to get through the whole thing. Just FYI.
Okay. Yeah, that could go from September to October then. That would probably be the whole month. And
Hell
then
yeah.
in December maybe start something fresh. Hello, sir.
Is he coming to say hello to the chat?
Hello. You want to say hello to the stream? Go ahead and wheeze in the mic.
Oh my god, he's so loud. His wheeze was very loud. Pumpkin wheeze ASMR.
Hi.
He's a little baby.
My little baby.
Oh, we love him.
Mm-hmm.
We love this baby. He is indeed the happiest wheezy man. He's the wheeziest man of all.
I'm so glad that we have some good wheeze ASMR for our boy.
I feel like this is a good place to end it.
Yeah.
With the boy.
Let's go get some lunch.
Yeah.
Let's see who is on stream currently. We can go right into some peeps.
One of my only followed channels is Ben Briggs right now. I do not have anybody else that is streaming.
Yep, Ben Briggs is here, so we're gonna... Wow, that's really easy to do that from mobile. Oh, Pumpkin just laid all over my keyboard.
He's helping. Oh. Well.
Don't dox me.
Oh god. Now everyone knows. Now all of China knows that you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, now all of China has seen my profile picture.
Yep.
Enjoy Witcher time.
Yeah.
Have a great night. We're gonna raid in a few seconds. So, see ya.
Take care, guys.